We don't get better unless we do hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick and I tried to make the 10-hour drive from Southern California to the border of California and Oregon in one shot, and unfortunately, we didn't quite make it. We ended up staying the night in a Walmart parking lot and got kicked out at 1 in the morning. So here's a clip of me driving along super early in the morning while Nick's still asleep on the floor. I slept in that couch, and we're on our way to go meet Cory from Ryde Suspension to hear his backstory, get our suspension set up, and talk shop. So here we go.
Did you go to school for suspension or something?
I didn't. What benefits me is I was an aircraft mechanic and I did hydraulics. Understanding, is it stuck in there? You know I have tools, right? And I knew all the hydraulic fundamentals, because all hydraulics are pretty much the same. You got a valve, piston, it's all 100% the same.
Okay. So you understood hydraulics?
Yeah. Once you start doing research on how shims react, how they work, how they flex, what causes it to flex more, what causes, you know, the pyramids and stuff like that, it works great. But yeah, it definitely took me knowing hydraulics. I didn't know that. I'd be like, I don't know what any of this does.
Have you had anybody that you've like looked up to in the suspension world, or that like has helped you at all, or guys that companies at all, or anything?
So that was the hard thing when I was first starting out. Before I sell products to people, I do the test on people I know, especially the ORBS systems. Before I even tried selling those people, I was like, I'm gonna run it on my own bike. Full valves, I was like, I'm gonna run it on my own bike, see if it's worth it. I'm not paying you labor. Just
Have you heard of like Enzo suspension?
yeah. Yep, we work with a few guys, Turpy Trees and everything like that, who rides with Twitch and all them. We've done a lot of their stuff. I talked with, of course, Kijamoto. Mike's a great dude to pick his brain.
He's pretty helpful.
Oh, he's super helpful.
I've heard good things.
He's very helpful. He's very supportive of us being in Northern California. All the Evo dealers or Evo Oregon and Evo Idaho, Paul, and I don't remember Evo Idaho's name. They're super helpful. Friends with a kid that used to work at Kraft.
Oh yeah.
He used to work at Kraft and he'd give me all stuff.
So you've had some good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I used to actually work at Enzo when I was like 19. This guy named Craig Decker, who's an old factory motocross racer.
Alright, let's go to the bar. I was in the Navy and I did work on the F-18s and all that.
Wow.
They're the first AM mechanic shops to do the F-35 when they were carrier quantum and stuff like that. I figured if I could figure out how to do those on stuff that handles 70,000 pound jets, I could handle a dirt bike. It's crazy because like suspension, no matter where you're at, pretty much the same. Aircraft suspension, almost exactly the
Like
same.
how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all got piston, it's all got valving in there. Yeah. You know, aircraft suspension and their valving, their shims are interplate size. It's all basic fundamentals when it comes down to what it is. Let's see what's in here.
Once we got the suspension all set up, Nick took it out for a test ride, doing Nick-like things, and then we raced to the top of this little hill/mountain in Cory's backyard. But it got pretty dark pretty fast, so we ended up just packing up and getting ready to head over to Oregon for this big poker run event that we got invited to. If you want to know what happened to the inside of Nick's suspension when we tore it apart, make sure to give the page a subscribe and turn on the notifications, and don't forget to like this video so that you know when the next one comes out. Right from the start, the poker run was chaos on the A-loop. The very first thing that happened was Cory went over the bars. It's not on video though, so I took this video while I was waiting for Cory to come up this hill climb. We were together right at the bottom. I'm not sure what happened, but there were bikes flying everywhere, hill climbs galore. This terrain was crazy. God. Here he comes. Now, I know we hear this all the time, but cameras just don't do this terrain justice. Here's Nick doing more Nick-like things. He decided to jump across kind of a rock bed covered mossy area up onto a side hill with a bunch of rocks. Just to see if he can, because why not? Right after we got out of that rock creek, we came into this parking lot with just this wall here, and Nick was like, I'm gonna go for it. As you can see, he didn't quite make it the first time, and again, the video really just doesn't understand. There's this big ledge he had to go over to get back down here. It was bananas to watch, honestly. So he went ahead and lined it up for a second go, and he shoots, and he slips, and he makes it. Now, I don't know about you, but let's watch that GoPro replay.
That probably should have been a crash.
There's no way we've only gone 10 miles.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I know, right?
Well, that's good that there's a lot more to go still.
So as it turns out, we actually got really lost. There were some flags on the ground on the trail, so we thought we were still going the right way, but the people prior to us had like blown through some flags, so there was a turn that we just had no idea was there. And we ended up going an extra 12 miles along some really technical single tracks. So we were only supposed to go 24 miles that day, and we ended up 36 or 37. Now this I just thought was funny. Nick was just cruising along and totally missed it. But he caught himself really quick, and I actually fell for the same trap.
Oh, that way.
Now I've really been trying to work on my pivot turn, so I gave it the old 1-2. But look at this jerk! He pushes me over! Can you believe that? I'm just kidding. He didn't actually push me over, but it sure does look like it, doesn't it?
Nice try, Catherine. That was a good one.
Now we drop into that mossy
down here.
rock bed that we were talking about, and Nick was so ecstatic about it.
Oh, that was fun. Now we're on a trail. Now we're on a trail. Sweet.
Nick actually had so much fun on this that he decided to turn around and go right back up there. Now, as he comes back up, I just want to point out something very important. I want you to notice who's in front and who the other two riders are. Now, I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying, keep an eye on this. So now the hunt begins. Nick is picking his way back through the rocks to catch up with everyone. And he finds Cory and the mystery husky guy who just joined our crew pretty quickly. But you'll notice, where's our leader? I don't know. So Nick goes for the pass in the slimy area. Now remember, it did rain this morning, so all of this stuff is still wet and slippery. And I say these things just for entertainment purposes. I like to poke fun at the boys. After all, they did say in the writers' meeting, it's not a race. We all know what that means, though. It means we're out here for fun. What did you think it meant? Bingo, there she is. Just kidding.
Cool.
I just said to myself, don't let the one rock fuck you up, and then I did it.
That's awesome. You can balance in these ruts way more than people think. You know, if you just turn your wheel to the, it'll correct you.
I get surprised at myself with these ruts.
Yeah. If you get the body forward and take a foot off, then that's when things get weird.
Now, because it was getting so late while we were lost and trying to find our way back onto the trail, it was getting really dark in the woods, and these really steep hills with these ruts on them, there were so many of them, but it got really cool being able to like use them as bumper rails almost and get comfortable with it. The dirt started to get tilled up, and the traction was just perfect the later into the day we got. And now, of course, insert Catherine's worst nemesis, really steep hill climbs. I got stuck up there, I was committed. I was not gonna come back down the hill, so I committed to side hilling my bike across, and Cory was up there. I think he tried this hill 3 times, that other line, so Nick, of course, had to come save the day.
Nice job, Captain. I'll help you guys. That was good getting across there like that.
Did you see? It was
Yeah.
really sketchy for a second.
Yeah, that was good.
Except now I messed up big time.
See if you can lift your rear wheel above that rut right there, and then just go that way a bunch.
I don't know, good line here.
It's hard. I think probably I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Nick's coming to save the day. Gonna push all our bikes out and ride us to the top. I don't know, but that's just what I imagine is sung from the heavens when Nick shows up to ride us all out of a situation. I mean, look at these moves. And to not only do it for Cory, but then for himself and also for me on repeat all day long. I mean, what a champ.
I got you. Couldn't get it above that?
I'm sorry.
I got you. Alright, watch yourself. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Watch yourself.
I just love how flat and anticlimactic this looks, don't you? Also, what the heck is going on with that gas hose? It's driving me crazy.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome. We don't get better unless we do hard shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Final hill climb of the day. We've been running into these kids who were just total crushers all day, and it was cool to catch back up with them at the end of the day and really see how far they've made it. I mean, some of these kids, these bikes are bigger than them. They're just on 85s and they're crushing this loose sandy stuff.
Hey, man. Good day so far? You getting hot? Yeah.
They just had the best attitude and they just kept going for it, and they never actually got mad, which is such a cool thing to see, and they're gonna kill it one day. We ended the trip early because on the final day it was 40 degrees and thunderstorming, so that's all for this video. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.